Hi everybody, it's so good to be back with you guys again. It's been busy. Anna, my daughter, got married, and so we're so thankful that God has brought together Benji and Anna for such a time as this. I've been struggling a little bit trying to figure out what I wanted to do next. What chat would be appropriate at this moment? The only thing that I could think of right now is unintended consequences. And this was spurred a little while ago, and I'd been thinking about it and marinating it for a while. But recently, I saw a Netflix movie called The Maid. A wealthy family hired an undocumented immigrant to care for their family. But unfortunately, their son, following a drunken night out, came home and it was obvious that he had been into some kind of accident. He said he hit a deer, but unfortunately, we would find out, as fate would have it, it wasn't a deer, but it was a man who was walking alongside the road. So he left the man there to die. Here's the problem. The maid overheard the family talking about it. And when she did, the parents became very upset and they offered her money so that she would not say anything to anybody about it. But she wouldn't take it. Because of her unwavering ethics and morals, she refused to take the money. The father tried to convince her to take it to cover up the truth, but she wouldn't. And he already knew that she needed money for her ailing mother. She wanted to send money back home and she wanted to start a new life. But she just could not do that. So what do you think happened? Ultimately, the father killed her and buried her on his property. The father's intentions, however, were to save his son. And so guess what happened? The unintended consequences of that action resulted in the death of an innocent person, but also there were some men who knew that this girl worked on their property, and they came looking for her and they couldn't find her. So they had an altercation with the father, and the father wound up trying to shoot them, and he shot his son. He killed his own son. So what do you think happened? Remember during our little chat on triggers, we talked about what Stephen Covey said, and that is, for every stimulus, there's a response. However, there's a gap between the stimulus and the response, and with that gap, you decide how you want to respond, because ultimately the consequences of your actions will speak for themselves. It is critical that when we face a challenge, an adversity, or any kind of crisis, that we think very carefully, give it careful thought before we respond. For example, in an effort to save the country's economy, people in the government decided that they would not tell the American people the truth about COVID-19. They decided to do what? Cover it up. What happened as a result of that? The unintended consequences is health crisis, major health crisis, thousands of deaths, hospitalizations, family and friends can't get together, can't hug, can't see each other, mental health issues, economic challenges for everybody, closed businesses, lost jobs, school closures, sport lockdown, and many other things. Now all of us are suffering as a result of that decision that was made. Another example is the panda bear. I thought about this, okay? The main food staple for a panda bear is bamboo. What would happen if the bamboo is cut down to make furniture? The unintended consequences for the panda bear is loss of food, loss of the main staple, bamboo. So one of the things I realized is that purpose, our purpose, whatever we're born to do, drives intentions, and intentions are complemented by motives. If our intentions are to provide love and peace, compassion, understanding, and sincerity to others, then the consequences will be a clear conscience, it'll be fellowship, joy, trust, and a bond with humanity. Our very presence will bring a calming sense and a love which would abound everything. We can help a troubled heart with healing. But if our intentions are to create chaos and division and confusion and deception, anger, rejection, or abandonment, what do you think the unintended consequences will be? I tell you this, they will be catastrophic, and not only for the people who they're intended for, but for us as well. Your presence then will just zap the very energy from a room. Laurie Beth Jones calls it having an energy leak. So what I would implore everyone to do, myself as well, examine your intentions and your motives. Are they positive or negative? Can you be kind and loving? Many years ago, I read The Paradoxical Commandments by Kent Keith. And one of the main crux of the paradoxical commandments is that you can be kind and have kind intentions and motives towards somebody. And people may think that you have ulterior motives. But what he said is to do it anyway. Further, he says the good you do today may be forgotten by those people who you do it for tomorrow. But you have to do it anyway. And Mother Teresa added to that when she said, if you find serenity and happiness, people may be jealous, but be happy anyway, because in the final analysis, it's between you and God. And you know what? It was never between you and them. So our unintended consequences are very important. And as we walk through life and enjoy our journey, remember that everything you do will have a consequence, be it positive or negative. So give it careful thought before you make a decision. I want you to be blessed, be well, and stay safe. Until next time.